So I'm in a quandary right now. Like I said, like when I told you last time I was on here, one of the times I was on here, you know, the camper's falling apart. This place is falling apart. Hi, this is Thesia of Ellis Family Farm, and I'm in the camper right now. We've had so many ups and downs. It's not even funny. Currently I'm in the camper because I came back from the gym a while ago and it's hot in here, and got to thinking, man, the air conditioner's not working. You know, it's been there 95, 96 degrees every day with high humidity. I'm thinking, I am not staying in a camper with that kind of humidity. But talked to Tom, and I actually got it going again. That's what you're hearing in the background. But it was easy enough to fix, but there's been a lot of other issues at the same time. I'll show you what those issues are. My fuse box, I guess where the fuses go in, that whole section is dying, and the fuses don't stay tight, and I've been losing light. My lights have been going out, and we have to fix them all the time, and so I was wondering if that's what the deal was, but I'd already left before I called Tom, and so when I came back home I decided that's what it was. But yeah, I've been having trouble with lights and now the air conditioning. At least now I know that we can have air conditioning again, because I was thinking we were going to have to go stay in a motel tonight, because I was not doing that. And I would have been okay with doing that for one day, because I think Tom's getting real close to getting the other air conditioner at the trailer house hooked up. I'll check on that in a few minutes and see how that's going. This poor guy, he's doing okay, but something's wrong with him. I don't know if he has a brain tumor or what the deal was. If you look, he's always, that head is always tilted. And I get the feeling he's about half blind, about half deaf now. But he gets along real good with all my dogs. Even the puppy, she gets on his nerves because, well, she jumps on him and wants to play with him and chews on his ear and stuff. But yeah, I was real worried about Mopar for several days, but now I guess he's just kind of leveled out, and this way he's going to be. I'm not sure how much of a rodent, how he's going to do for rodents. We'll have to see. And here are two of my newest additions. The little dark one in front, he hatched yesterday. I say he. And this other little one is doing pretty good. I don't have a heat lamp on because it's, like I said, it's about 95 degrees out here anyway. And they seem to be doing pretty good. Yeah, you can't have my ducklings. So I've got those two little ducklings. We just transferred them over just a few minutes ago. And I know I'm jumping around on subjects on you all the time, but the propane is completely hooked up and passed the leak test, and that's a good thing. I've got that shelf out here because I think, and I'm trying to get water. It sat outside for so long that there was water down in the pipes. So I'm trying different angles to get the water out of the pipes of it. And I think we're going to paint that white and make shelves out of it. Oh, and I forgot to show you what I had already bought for the other shelves. This has been sitting here for 2 or 3 months, and I think I'm going to do it. Hey, yuck. Somebody's been eating on my brand new stove and not cleaning up their mess. That's not cool. Okay, I sidetracked again. But I'm going to get that sink going, and I'm ready for that. And we got one more little duckling over here that's hatched. And I got another one. Where'd it go? There should be one more that's been pipping. We'll have to see, because I'm thinking I'm going to have 4 ducklings altogether. Where'd it go? There was another one somewhere. We'll have to check. I think it's this one. Whoa. Well, now I understand why I don't know which one it is, because they get rolled around. Yeah, you want to go be with your other buddies too? Yeah? Aren't you cute? You tired too, aren't you? Poor little guy, just so tired. I think there is one more somewhere that's trying to hatch. I don't know. So, it was, I think I put 14 in here altogether, eggs. And some of them weren't viable, so I got rid of them. I'm pretty sure these 2 are not any good, but I wasn't certain for sure. But, yeah, there's just 2 or 3 more that can still be hatching out. Alright, back over here. That's where that new sink is supposed to, or the new faucet is supposed to be going in there, because we can't even use this. When it leaks so profusely, it leaks out the bottom of the house. So yeah, that had to go. The stove that I had in here had significant rodent damage, and the wires were all chewed up on it, and I'm going, oh no, I'm doing this all over again, and I got a new one, and I'm going to like it. But you can tell this why I was getting fussy, because the middle griddle is missing, and somebody had been, I think I know who it is. And I can't remember. I was going to do a whole video by itself of this mess here, but it's taken so long, I'm just going to tell you about it. There was a, what do they call them, a vent here, but apparently it was not being used anymore. And they just kind of filled it with foam insulation or something, but apparently it was leaking. And it was leaking for a long period of time, because Tom had to put this tube before in here. He's having to rebuild a new frame for it. But all that black that we saw behind there, I thought it was where somebody didn't know what they were doing or how to cook, and it was, you know, burn damage. But no, it was mold. And that whole thing, 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had like 10 inches of rain in 1 week, and that whole thing just completely collapsed. So Tom, this plug-in was down lower, and he moved it up because we're getting too old to bend over a stove and try to figure out how to get it plugged in. So he did that. We're gonna have to, we've got some insulation put in here, and I think he's got it walled. I think he's got everything set the way he wants it. We just got to get the insulation and put some wallboard on it, and we've got that. We just got to cut it down and get it in, and eventually I will make this all nice. I'm just not ready to come in here and start making things pretty in this room yet. I just need functional right now. So yeah, that was another mess that we had going, and that was discouraging, I have to admit. Something else I had done, I forgot. Had the furnace checked, and the guy was real nice. He said it was going to cost $600 or $700 to replace the parts that were missing and rusted and stuff. And he goes, and then if I was to replace them, you might need another $6,000 or $7,000 or whatever it was to just replace the whole thing. So I said, nope, not doing that. So I went and bought this. It's a heater and cooler, but it takes 220, and I think that's what Tom's trying to work on now, is trying to get this up and going, and get it wired so we can hook that up. And we're probably going to put that here, because this is, how many square feet is this one? I don't know. It's supposed to, 1,000 square feet. And so that'll definitely do the living room and the kitchen, and it might do the bedroom in here, but I don't know. And that's okay. We can get, I mean, we've got this little air conditioner here. I can do a small air conditioner. Well, a couple of these we need to turn back to the friends who've loaned them to us, and I can't remember which one's which. So I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes and how these work. I was wondering where all my towels were going. Now I know where they're going. So yeah, I'll get it done. But, and you can see over there that well, what is going on over here? Apparently somebody had to do some work underneath there. Tom had to do something. Probably because we had another water leak. Bottom line is, there's a lot of work to be done, and I really was thinking, oh my gosh, I can't even get out of the old camper. There's been so many problems, and there's so many problems here, I can't really move in. I mean, I really thought we were going to have to go stay in a motel tonight, but since it was a fuse, we can keep the air conditioner running for that. All right, this is that spare bedroom, and I had told you I was going to get that walnut and make a shelf that goes all the way across there. Well, that's a change. Those plans have changed. I bought 2 metal shelves to set up here, and then that shelf that was outside, I am going to use some of that walnut for that. There was a refrigerator that's down at Tom's mother's that's been sitting there, and it needs some serious scrubbing, but I think it'll fit here. So we're going to have 3 shelves here. We may have enough room for another one there, maybe not. I don't think we will. So I think I can do 3 shelves here, of one sort or another, and then have that refrigerator here, and have this freezer here, and then this other closet is where I'm going to be hanging up. Well, I need to get a bar for that, hanging up for coats and stuff, and then my canning goods in there. So that part's coming together. Now I see the other duckling that's trying to pip over here. It's right over there. So maybe I will have 4 little ones coming out. That's all I've seen, evidence of the ducklings that are hatching. So I know, you're lonesome, aren't you? Yeah, I'll put you back with the other buddies here pretty soon. So I think I'm going to have 4 ducklings out of this batch. And back to that shelf, I'm going to get it upright. We're going to paint it white. And some of that walnut wood that I put out, we'll just sand it down and coat it good, and I'll have that for a shelf too. And it's going, because the 2 shelves I bought, I bought 2 sets of metal shelves, and there's enough room for 2 of those full-size metal shelves, and that shelf will fit on the same wall. They just won't match, and that's okay. And then I'll have that wood there to actually make that's the you know what I'm saying. The wood will be the horizontal part of it to go on that. Now that should look pretty nice when we get it done. I hope so. And I'm going to put, like I said, my canned goods in there too. Some store-bought, some homemade stuff. And the way I've been doing gardening this summer, probably not going to be doing any canning, but one of these days I'll figure it out. I don't know. I might not. I enjoy my birds more as far as for meat and stuff. And I'm just not very good at gardening. I keep trying, but I'm not. So I don't know. And this little girl right here is a mess. She likes messing with Beethoven. Poor Beethoven, he is so patient with her. She'll even like have him by the ear and hanging off of his ears, you know. But she's alert. She's always looking at something. We're having to train her how to be around my birds, because I went out one time and Beethoven and her were having a tug of war with one of my ducks that had gotten out. But we'll get her trained as she tries to eat the broom. But it'll work out, I guess. She's a good little dog. We like her. And she's highly intelligent and with good energy. And so she's gonna be a fun addition to the family. So I'm in a quandary right now. Like I said, like when I told you last time I was on here, one of the times I was on here, you know, the camper's falling apart. This place is falling apart. But I've got to move into here. I've got to get this, and this is where I've got to start focusing. And so now I'm trying to think, as I'm trying to get things fixed, where am I going to put stuff? How am I going to make it into my home? I'll figure it out. But, like I said, at least I've moved forward. I've spent some money, and that's hard too, you know. Getting the propane hooked up is kind of funny, because that is a 500-gallon propane tank. Now they only fill it up to 400 gallons. But okay, so I got 400 gallons worth of propane for one cook stove. And so I'm not likely to run out of propane for a long time. But it is filled. It's hooked up and it's filled and paid for. And I paid for it. That was hard. You know, I was going to say I wrote the check, but I didn't. I paid for it online. That air conditioner was $700-something, and air conditioner heater, you know. It's just hard to shell out that kind of money. It really is. But I'll get there. You know, I got to have a home. And that's not even including the fact I got to do some subflooring in that master bathroom. I got to do flooring throughout the rest of the house. I just got a lot to do. So I guess I better get in gear. Hey, but the good news is I got the air conditioner and the camper working for a little while longer anyway. All right, it's after dinner and the sun's going down. I think I'm going to have a nice sunset tonight. I hope so. You know how that goes. I just want to catch you guys up a little bit. I'm hoping to get some work done tomorrow. It's just been so hot. It's only been in the mid-90s, you know, which, yeah, that's pretty warm, but the humidity's been high too. And I won't lie, doing dishes with hot water in a hot barn and everything else I do in that hot barn, it gets me down after a while. So, you know, Tom helped me with the dishes tonight, and I was kind of glad for that, just because I needed to do dishes. But we're supposed to go pick up a refrigerator tomorrow. Before Tom's mother went back down to Texas before she died in July of last year, but she never came up all of 2020 because of COVID, and so her electricity got turned off. I don't know. I think it was early last summer. And I told Tom the electricity was off and he needed to get stuff out of that refrigerator down there, and he did not. So we've had stuff in the refrigerator freezer down there for a couple of years now and hasn't had any electricity on it. So I'm still hoping to get it scrubbed out real good. I don't know how bad it is. I'm really hoping it's not bad, because down there where April has moved, you know, she says, I ain't messing with that. And it's a nice refrigerator. So I think we're going to try to take it to a car wash and scrub it real good tomorrow and at least get it out of April's hair. And I'm hoping Tom will get that air conditioner hooked up tomorrow. I know he's got to do some wiring for 220 and everything, and I'd like to be able to get that kitchen sink done. Those are my goals for tomorrow. I will have to see how it goes, but it's kind of getting down to, if I can just get the air on over there and get that sink where I can do dishes over there, I can probably move in because I've got the stove, I've got the propane, and you know, we can stay cool. So it's getting down to the wire, and I'm glad. You know, it's tiring and stressful at the same time too, because now I'm trying to figure out, okay, what can I do now? What do I need to do now? What do I absolutely have to be able to live there? What am I going to do with all the stuff that's in the barn? What am I going to do with all the stuff that is in the camper? You know, where am I going to put it in the new place when I get it in there? You know, I don't know. And I got to get those shelves put together so I can start getting the food moved over there and stuff too. So I've got a lot on my mind, a lot of things going on too. And I can't remember if I told you or not, but Kenzie fell the other day and she's partially dislocated her wrist, and we're waiting for an MRI to determine if she can either go back to playing or if there's soft tissue damage and she might need surgery. I don't believe she does, because she hasn't tested the wrist and everything, but I don't believe she's going to need surgery, but I'm no doctor. But that's what we're doing. We're waiting for the insurance to okay the MRI and see, so she hasn't been able to play all week at softball or practice, so I don't know. And there's been a lot of other stuff going on around here too. Apparently we've had another COVID outbreak in this area, and that stresses me so bad. And it hurts my heart that it's younger people that are getting sick with it now. And some younger people got sick with it last year too. It's just, you know, we're talking about young 20s and stuff. I don't know. So I don't know how they're going to handle it. The way they handled the outbreak last year just broke my heart, and I am so hoping they're not going to do that again this year, because I'd hate to see everything get shut down again. I sure as heck don't want anybody wearing masks. I just no. But so there is a lot going on. But hopefully I can get some work done. Tomorrow's our last really hot day for several days, and we're supposed to be back in the 80s, and I can function better in the 80s than I can in the 90s. So we'll see how it goes. So until then, I pray that you guys are all doing well. I hope nobody else is catching COVID, and I hope that even if you are, that you're doing okay with it. And please don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You know, if you have some health issues that you can take into your own hands, take care of yourself. If you need to lose weight, lose weight. If you need to get your diabetes under control, then do it if you can. Whatever you can do to make yourself healthy will make it easier for whatever illness comes your direction. Helps you get over it better, and also helps you to keep from getting it, and maybe, you know, certainly keep you from not having as bad a reaction to any illness that you get. So take care of yourself. Get off the couch. Turn off that television. I've actually sat down and watched a couple of shows recently, and it's just not the same. I'm sorry, guys. You know, you guys are being fed a bunch of crap. I mean, whether it's the news, whether it's any regular show or anything. I mean, I watch some shows I used to watch, and they've got like stuff that I don't want to see on them that they didn't used to have on it. So just get off the couch, turn off the television, guys, and live until you die. God bless. I'll see you next time, and we'll get some work done.